Welcome to a special Farms.com USDA Report Day. It's June 28th. This is Moe Agostino, Managing Commodity Strategist with Farms.com Risk Management, and I have my special guest here, Steve Redmond. He's a certified crop advisor. Well, the USDA did surprise. They never seem to disappoint. We came out with some June acreage and quarterly grain stocks report. The quarterly grain stocks report came in pretty tight for corn and beans. That's bullish for old crop. We're now off the September futures contract, but the USDA also surprised with higher corn acres, 97.4. The market was looking for 95.3. Higher soybean acres, market was looking for 77.9, came in at 77.7, and slightly higher wheat acres, they came in at 55.6 versus the market estimating 55.9. So new crop acres are unfortunately going to outweigh any tight old crop situation. We should see some lower ending stocks numbers on old crop in the July 11th, 2013 USDA WASDE report, but unfortunately ending stocks on new crop are going to, particularly for corn, are going to remain quite high. I estimate somewhere in the 1.852 billion bushels. Soy's at 85 million if we lower the yield to 42, but that's going to be a while. So despite higher acres on beans, it potentially still could be bullish on soys, and wheat coming in around 596 million. Steve, you also took a tour. He just took a tour here on June 24th, 25th, 26th. Can you summarize what your tour showed you in the U.S. Midwest?
Yeah, we spent Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on a 1,900-mile journey through Illinois, Indiana, into central Iowa, and then north, basically to the Minnesota border. So we saw a lot of corn acres, obviously. The Indiana, Illinois, those acres, although late planted, look to be relatively normal, good plant populations. From central Iowa, Ames, north, it's pretty scary. Lots of flooded out acres. The corn plants are there, but a lot of them are waterlogged, nitrogen deficiency. We've obviously lost a lot of nitrogen in those areas, and that's the wild card to me, is there's several million acres there that they're planted, so they're showing up on the USDA report, but what the final yield will be, Moe, is a big guess.
Yeah, and the market has added a weather premium due to that slow emergence, so watch those crop conditions report coming up. Those will show you whether we're still having issues. This USDA report, despite the wet, delayed planting this season, actually showed that Iowa planted 14 million acres in corn versus expectations 14.2. Remember, the market was looking for a drop of 2 million total, and they planted 9.5 million acres in beans versus expectations of 9.350. There's going to be a lot of argument here because we added acres to corn, added acres to wheat and beans. Where did these acres come from? I'm assuming they came from the spring wheat acres that weren't planted in the Dakotas. That's never great growing ground for corn and beans, so ultimately that's going to decide what the yield will be going forward. But it's how many acres probably don't really matter because it's too small to matter when you got 97 plus million. So
I have a question for you then, Moe. Yeah. So then what's the implication of the July 11th WASDE USDA report?
Well, unfortunately, these are bearish numbers for new crop. USDA is very slow to adjust. We've been warning clients that history shows that they never adjust total acres by 2 to 3 million one reports. Very rare over 40 years. It's going to take them a while. If you still believe that we've lost 2 million acres or 3 or whatever that number is, it's going to take them a while to resurvey and reduce those numbers. So I can't understand how these private analysts are all so wrong compared to the USDA, and so that's going to be a debate moving forward, and unfortunately for now this is what the market's going to trade. It's going to take 2-3 days to chew through the numbers. Again, old crop bullish, new crop, I don't know if we're going to get a separation of the two, but a lot of people, the traders, will start to play those spreads again, hoping one widens versus the other. But unless I don't think come July 11th, USDA is going to really make that many changes. Again, we're still going to have some big numbers ending stocks, and that's going to weigh on prices.
And just to comment, the corn we saw was kind of mid-knee to waist high. So from your experience, what should the corn development be at in those Illinois, Indiana, Iowa at this time of year?
Well, I mean, we should be close to approaching pollination at this time of the year and should be pretty well head high. And we're not quite there yet. So we're definitely behind at least 1 or 2. In some cases, we could be 3 weeks. And we're behind on heat units. If you look at the weather going forward, you're okay, but I don't know if the heat's quite there. You got some pretty cool nights. So it's going to get interesting here over the next 2-3 weeks. We'll continue to guess as to where this thing's going.
And then any comments on the supply report that came out today?
You're talking about the quarterly grain stocks report? Yeah, again, bullish for old crop, but I still think going forward, new crop's going to matter more than that old crop. I think if you're a livestock producer, maybe you need to lock in some feed on this opportunity lower here, particularly through the month of July and August. And I think your basis is going to go wild. If these ethanol plants are still looking for bushels and users are still looking, maybe they haven't met their needs, that basis is going to get better, and they're going to try to prop some bushels out of farmers' hands here in the coming months.
Good.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.